I'll admit, when Larry told me about this event, I've never heard of a celebration of life for someone who's still alive. I was going, come on, Larry, I really haven't even finished RINO. I said, yeah. But then I thought, well, it might be in the advantage I could have to give a talk like this and ugly cry at the same time. Larry and I have been together for, it's getting close to 35 years. And I think I should get a prize for not struggling. But this is about Larry tonight. I think the first I had an inkling that Larry might be the one was when we went over to St. Louis to take my daughters, 4 and 10, to an Irish dance competition in St. Louis, yeah. And I went down at 6 o'clock in the morning to check the stages and get some coffee. When I came back up into the room, Larry was sitting there patiently with a curling iron putting ringlets in my daughter's hair.
Oh.
I thought that was so sweet. I thought, this might be the guy, right? But, you know, as you all probably know, Larry is not a boring man. I will never die boring with this man. He's been a good husband. He's put up with plenty, I would say. But I dread the day when we were given this talk for real. But hopefully that won't come anytime soon because Larry beat cancer.
Yeah, he did!
In case any of you want to know what he's like at home, he likes Hallmark romances and sports, and sometimes he goes back and forth between and that's fun. And then, you know, he gets up. I'm a night owl, he's a lark. And sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and there'll be a proper rave going on in the living room. You just can't help himself. But anyway, I appreciate y'all coming tonight to help us celebrate Larry being with us. And I hope we don't have to do this again anytime soon.
Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Woo! Alright. So this may be a surprise to most people, but we are here for my grandpa Larry. I know this is a surprise. I'm just winging it. So, but I just want to give a big shout out to the opening, Ben, Chris, and Steve. Can we get a round of applause for them, please? Now, the night that we have been all waiting for, can we welcome to the stage my grandpa, Larry Smith.
Howdy.
Mr. Truck, Justin Wilson. I'm glad for y'all to see me. To expand on something Katie said, RINO has become kind of my musical home for the past 9 years now. And part of the reason is because of y'all. It has been a tremendously warm and supportive community right from the start. When it started out, it would be like me and Ben and 6 other guys.
Yep.
And so we all got to do 3 songs, right? And then there came that night where there was me and Ben and 9 other guys or 10 other guys or something, and Ben's going, well, everybody's got work time for 2. And suddenly we were faced with the success that we were having in that set. So I'm going to start off by doing some tunes that have special meaning for Song Lab, including the one that Ben referred to. This is the first song I ever sang here, and it's entitled The Right to Be. It's a kind of a hymn to liberty. I hear about the marriage thread, how we're all gonna live to regret it if we let gay people marry like you and me. Then I take a look at the divorce rate, see we straights ain't doing all that great. Say, shouldn't gays have the right to be? Shouldn't gays have the right to be unhappy as you and me? Say, that's what it means to be free. Who cares that it's he and he and she or even they and me? Everybody's got the right to be. I listen to the great debate that's taking place in the Sunflower State. It's like 1925 Tennessee. Telling students what they gotta learn when it's obvious that learning's free, but everybody's got the right to be. Everybody's got the right to be narrow-minded as they want to be, because that's what it means to be free. Don't try to force it on my kids and me. Well, everybody's got the right to be. There was a time in school where certain teachers had a rule to stamp out a nonconformity. They said how to suppress the sin of left-handedness, but it turns out they got the right to be. Turns out they got the right to be left-handed if they want to be. Well, that's what it means to be free. Choice, well, everybody's got their own voice, and everybody's got the right to be. How do we keep garages of life, create an environment in which to thrive and help to expand our liberty. Gotta do more than tolerate, we gotta get up our hands and hands. Let everybody have the right to be. Let everybody have the right to be. That's what it means to be free. Don't care if it's pleasing, sign union and diversity, and let everybody have the right to be. Let everybody have the right to be. Let everybody have the right to be.
Yes!
Here's another one that has a certain resonance with Song Lab. It was one of Mason Blaze's favorite songs, which I feel pretty proud about.
Yeah.
And it's called Between Our Hands. This is a song that explores the romantic possibilities of the contemporary act of dog walking. I can still recall the first time I saw you in my neighborhood. I thought to myself, well, boy, that girl sure is looking good. I thought of the impression I made, knew I didn't look grand. I had my dog on its leash and a bag of poop in my hand. Our eyes met and I was glad to see that you didn't look away. I had to think real quick to come up with something that I could say. I could tell it would be alright. I could see that you'd understand. You had your dog on its leash and a bag of poop in your hand. Some people think it's weird, but they don't understand. I don't care what the people say. Keep on holding hands, 'cause now it's us who struts our stuff as we go walking through our neighborhood. And you know we do our best to keep our neighborhood looking good. We clean up after ourselves, clean to beat the band. We got our dogs on the leashes and a bag of food in our hands. Some people seem to think it's weird, but they don't understand. I don't care what the people say. Keep on holding hands, 'cause now it's us who struts our stuff as we go walking through our neighborhood. And you know we do our best to keep our neighborhood looking good. We clean up after ourselves, clean to beat the band. We got our dogs on their leashes and a bag of food between our hands. Oh yeah, our dogs are on their leashes and a bag of poop between our hands. Our dogs are on their leashes, a bag of poop between our hands. Here is a song that I wrote not too long after I started coming here to Song Lab, and it's about the death of a community. I'm sure that just looking at you all are going, boy, that guy used to ride bicycles a lot. I did. And when I first moved to North Kansas City in about 1983, something like that, and like I was the only person down here with a bicycle apparently. But one of my favorite rides was to go down to 10th Ave, over to Atlantic, and then turn left and ride over to the old airport and ride around the airport. It's a really nice ride. But it also means riding through Harlem, which was in the 80s there were about a dozen houses there, and by the time I came back there were 3. And so this is a song about watching the community die. Started as a real community, the streets full of houses filled with families. There were places to work, an active Baptist church, and limitations for prosperity. For 2 centuries that township stayed alive. Through most of that time, it seemed to thrive. There's an airport across the road and a new motel, you know. It looked like that town would survive. But the Harlem Baptist Church don't need here anymore. Boards on all the windows, they lock upon the door. There's an empty parking lot that doesn't fill with cars. The only things remaining are the scars. Well, through time, things began to change. Businesses closed, families moved away. There were those who held on to the hopes of a new dawn. But the end, they could just delay. 'Cause you can see where the houses used to be. But in that town now, there remain just 3. One's a burned out shell, one's unoccupied as well. The third is the last residency. And so the Harlem Baptist Church don't need here anymore. Boards on all the windows, they lock upon the door. There's an empty parking lot that doesn't fill with cars. The only things remaining are the scars. The only things remaining are the scars. All that's left, memories and scars. Thank you. This is a song that I wrote almost 35 years ago. The band I was playing in changed personnel, and so naturally we needed new band photos, and we went out to Evie's lawn side.
Ooh, yeah.
And went across the street to that Dixie Barbecue or whatever the name of that place is that's been closed now for 40-some years, and took band photos in front of it, including the sign that said, "Sorry, we're closed." And the other guys in the band are going, "Someone should write a song, someone should write a song." And I was the only guy in the band that wrote. So if someone was going to write a song about it, I knew who it was going to be. And so, of course, someone did. And this is a song entitled, "Sorry, We're Closed." Well, Friday, 5 o'clock, and I'm through for the day. Get my guitar, yeah, I'm on my way. We got a show tonight, can't wait to get on the floor. I drive to towns, I meet the rest of the band. We get our gear stashed into the van. Well, we drive 100 miles to find a sign on the door. That sign says, "Sorry, we're closed." That place was boarded up tight. We're supposed to have a gig tonight. Well, we gotta play if we want to get paid tonight. So we took out our axe and sat up there in the street. Thought we'd play for whoever we need, but we jammed for an hour. Not one person came by. We got disgusted, yeah, we broke it down. Thought it best to blow this town, but now at least I think we understand why. That sign says, "Sorry, we're closed." That place was boarded up tight. No wonder there's no gig tonight, but without our pay, we can't stay the night. There we were broke and stuck on the road. So could have saved ourselves had we known. Classic country, folk, rock, jazz, blues, well, all musicians end up paying dues. I can't wait until my dues paying days are through. Saturday and we're back at home. We'll play tonight in a place we know. Well, we've been there before, know just how it'll be. At the club, 7 o'clock. Oh, brother, were we in for a shock? I was there on the door. What do you think we see? That sign says, "Sorry, we're closed." That place was boarded up tight. I guess that means no gig tonight. Well, what do you say we go to my place to play tonight? There we were broke and stuck on the road. So could have saved ourselves had we known. Classic country, drugs, rock, jazz, blues, well, all musicians end up paying dues, but I can't wait until my dues paying days are through. Saturday and we're back at home. We play tonight in a place we know. Well, we've been there before. We know just how it'll be. At the club at 7 o'clock. Oh, brother, were we in for a shot? 'Cause they're on the door. What do you think we see? That sign says, "Sorry, we're closed." That place was boarded up tight. I guess that means no gig tonight. Well, what do you say we go to my place to play tonight? What say we go to my place and play tonight? What do you say we go to my place and dream tonight? Thank you. Many years ago, I was on the board of directors for the Kansas City Blues Society, and we used to meet at the Grand Emporium, and in the band room there, and the walls were just completely covered in graffiti. And one piece in particular I have tried to live by, which was, tuning is for pussies. I have tried to live by that. Here is another song that is associated here with Song Lab. We got to where it would be, well, there's time for 1.5 songs. So I wrote a half song. Anytime I heard 1.5 songs, hey man, I'm up. Here we go.
You're prepared. You got it.
Yeah, I had to make some new picks recently. I have arthritis in my hands, and nowadays I have to have special picks as kind of a way to help hold on to them. So anyway. First it's here and then it's gone. Why believe that love goes on? Feels so good when it's near. Leaves your life a pool of tears. 'Cause the thing is, most of the time, it all goes wrong, and that is why this ain't a love song. Yeah, when I started writing that, I thought it was going to be like, a real song. And then I wrote the first verse and thought, man, I've said everything I need to say. Shut the fuck up, right?
It's a hell of a half song.
So here is, that one's not a love song, this one is. I wrote this for Linda on our 25th anniversary. So it's a couple of years old. And when I was writing this, all of a sudden I realized that I had never in my life sounded so John Lennon 1965. So here is the most Beatles-ish tune I have ever written, for whatever that's worth. Don't write love songs, that's never been my skill. More a lack of talent, it's more a lack of will. I don't see love the do. Love is a choice and I choose you. Some say love's a feeling, one they know will stay. I know that feelings change every day. So here's a promise I know that I can do. Love is a choice, I choose you. Can't say I need you to fill an empty heart. Love should come from a place of strength, not our broken part. So as we go along, living day to day, facing the challenges we meet along the way, these three words should prove my love is true. Love is a choice, I choose you. Can't say I need you to mend a broken heart. Love should come from a weak place of strength, not our weakest part. So as we go along, living day to day, facing the challenges we meet along the way, these three words should prove my love is true. Love is a choice, I choose you. Love is a choice, I choose you. Love is a choice, I choose you. Chris mentioned the songwriters circle where we met, and in a lot of ways that changed my life. That's where I actually became a songwriter. I had always written songs, but I never had any urgency to do so. And suddenly there was like, gotta have a new song next month, gotta have a new song next month, gotta have a new song. And suddenly I was sitting down every day writing, and somehow became a songwriter. And one of the first things that I wrote for the Songwriters Circle is another one of my attempts at a love song, sort of. Got a real good lover, says she's everything that I need. A real fine frame, say man, she's something to see. She's so sensitive that she knows who I need her to be. That molten hot mama who looks so fine always satisfies the android lover of mine. She's not a cherry 2000, she's a whole lot better than that. More like a Rachel A. forever replicant. Top shelf quality, lifetime warranty. give her a sign. Always satisfies that android lover of mine. Well, she's got a large wardrobe, lots of costumes to wear. No matter what I want, I know she's got it there. I don't care if she dreams of electronic sheep. All I care about is what she does between the sheets. She feels so good when she's lying right next to me. All I gotta do is give her a sign. Always satisfies that android lover of mine. Well, you say she's not human, and I say that's a plus. She does what I want, but without raising a fuss. She is the latest in high technology. I know she's perfect cause she's programmed just for me. Well, that's how she knows who I need her to be. Such a fine lover that she'll blow your mind, and she'll do it every time. Always satisfies that android lover of mine. Yeah, that android lover of mine. Here's a song that I wrote. Now it's been 7 years ago. I wrote it for my 70th birthday because I had heard that there was some Bureau of Statistics that had determined that at 70 you turn old. At 69 you're still middle aged. All right, like people live to be 138. But at 70 you turn old, and I was, okay, I'm turning old. How do you celebrate that? Well, here's how. This song actually has two different titles. One is my birthday song. The other one is Now That I'm Old. It's a very special day, happy birthday to me. I have finally achieved my seniority. I have passed middle age, I've left it in my dust. But I finally reached the stage where my joints feel full of rust. Now that I'm old, say, now that I'm old, people let me be who I wanna be. Why they even go when I act curmudgeonly. Everything is wonderful now that I'm old. Well, 15 years AARP and all of their discounts, and the youth of today, I get to denounce. I can pass what I want, I don't have to explain. Senior menu at Denny's, who can complain? Now that I'm old, say, now that I'm old, should I care? I laugh at life in prison, and you can't scare me with a chair. When I wake up each day, I wonder what's to gain. And as I get to my feet, my body just complains. Get myself ready to face another day. Slather on my cologne, it's good day been gay. Now that I'm old, say, now that I'm old, people let me be who I wanna be. Why they even applaud when I act curmudgeonly. Everything is wonderful now that I'm old. Say everything is wonderful now that I'm old. Everything is wonderful now that I'm old. Since Chris did his murder ballad, actually, I had never even considered writing a murder ballad until mutual friend David Hagen, a wonderful songwriter, wrote a song called The Box, and it's gorgeous. It's about a woman killing her abusive husband. Beautiful song. And we got to talking, and I had never even thought about writing a murder ballad until that moment. I now have 3 murder ballads and a death ballad.
Yeah. Body count.
Here is one of the murder ballads. It's based kind of on if you see the last band camp movie, the youngest Jonas brother is trying to figure out how to impress the young lady across the lake, and one of his brothers says to him, "You can always write a song," and so he does. And one of the lines in the song is, "I like the moon when it looks like a toenail." And I thought, boy, sweet lyric from a love song sounds like a murder ballad to me. So,
Yes.
this is what comes out when I get hold of it. I was walking just before sunset. Moon was hanging low, it ain't dark yet. Saw that pretty girl, she's walking all alone. So I asked her if I could walk her home. We know each other, we've done all this before. Talking, talking, talking as we walked to her door. I was humming a mindless tune, looking up at that toenail moon. As we walked along, I asked her to be my ride, but she just laughed at me, my love denied. I was surprised to hear her cry. As I stood there, to die. I grabbed a branch that was hanging low, the side of her head, well, I struck a blow. That's when the world began to swoon. I lost my mind under that toenail moon. I looked at her laying on the ground. I hid that body where it won't be found. I slipped away without a sound. And now I'm on that road that's headed out of town. All I wanted was her to be my wife, but instead I took her life. I guess I made my move too soon. I lost my mind under that toenail moon. Under that toenail moon, I lost my mind. Under that toenail moon, I lost my mind. Under that toenail moon, I lost my mind. Under that toenail moon. Under that toenail moon. Thank you. Last Tuesday was Armistice Day.
Yeah.
Most people don't remember what Armistice Day is anymore. But in 1918, on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the guns stopped firing and peace broke out. And World War I, and if you ever read the history of, where you talk about a bloody, worthless mess,
Yeah.
World War I is, you know, probably the best thing that came out of it is Tolkien's the Dead Marshes, where what's now I can't even think of the name of the battlefield, but there was a battlefield where guys from both sides were just basically left laying in the middle of the field because nobody wanted to go and get shot going out picking anybody up.
Flanders?
Huh?
Flanders?
No, well, it might have been, but he was there, and this went on for days, where guys just laid there moaning and screaming for help, and it ended up being the Dead Marshes. So, anyway, here is a song that is my a song. It's entitled "Veterans of a Foreign War." So, but it's we'll see. It's I sometimes refer to the fact that this is half biography, half true. The true part is when I was working at the liquor store, I gathered up several stories and they became the last two verses. And so there's the true part. And you can decide about the autobiography yourself. As a kid I heard JFK on his inauguration day say I should ask what I can do for my country. So what I've been taught and what I've read, dreams of glory running through my head. I just wanted to go and do my duty. of a foreign war. Then I went to Vietnam for the flag apple pie, and my mom and maybe get to kill a Connie for Christ. While I was there, I started to change. The way I thought was rearranged as I began to see who really pays the price. I listened to the gunfire roar. Is this what Mama raised me for? To be a soldier in a fucking war. When he went to war, he was whole in his body and his soul. Thought that he would always be that way. He came home without his legs. His wife took the kids, even though he begged her to honor her vow to stay to her dying day. Saw her cry walking through the door. She looked at him, she couldn't help but abhor her veteran of a foreign war. The guys in bags are those who won. They came home, their war was done. They didn't have to go on living day to day. I can't sleep, so I drink to pass out. Coma dreams wake with a shout. Self-medicate, slowly pass away. I want no monuments or awards. Just want there to be no more veterans of a foreign war. Want no monuments or awards. Just want there to be no more veterans of a foreign war. That's nice.
Yeah. Chair.
Steve, you want to join me?
Sure.
When people ask me what kind of a player I am, I often tell them I'm just an old blues player. So we're going to play some blues tonight. Steve's going to join me. Give you your daily allotment of slow blues. Take mine. I was driving one day and listening to KKFI,
Yeah.
and they were playing George Thorogood's One Bourbon, One Scotch, and One Beer.
Yes.
And I go, I really don't like this song, but I like the line. Of course, the line is a lot older than the song. It's served as the basis for other songs, and as I'm driving along, I go, gee, I wonder what I would have done with that. That was Wednesday. On Friday morning I found out, because I picked up my guitar, started playing, and out came some blues. And all of a sudden I'm singing one bourbon, or give me a bourbon, a scotch, and oh, okay, I guess this is what I do with it. So this is called In a Beer. Most of the time I stay at home. I prefer myself and I drink alone. But tonight, well, I'll be drinking here. Bring me a bourbon, a scotch, and a beer. I mean a woman, she done me wrong. Take everything I had and it's gone. Much too late. It all became too clear. Bring me a bourbon, a scotch, and a beer. This world keeps spinning round. It lifts us up just to throw us down. So it seems the blues is why we're here. Bring me a bourbon, scotch, and a beer. Just try it right the way. This comes that final call. Though much too late for more alcohol. So we better drink it while we're here. Bring me a bourbon, scotch, and a beer. Bring me a bourbon, scotch, scotch and the beer. Man can play. Reminds me of how I kind of wanted to be when I set out, but then I realized you got to work at it, you know. Here's a little bit of the, I guess you could call it a hymn. Started on one, might as well end on one. So, I wrote this when my hips went bad on me in the first place, and I was, I worked at a liquor store. I was the night manager in the liquor store. For a songwriter, go do that. You will get some songs, you know. So this is, I wrote this while I was at the liquor store, and so two of the verses came from things that I got at the store. So, and it's called "It Hurts to Go On." When I wake up each day, I say hello to the pain that don't go away. That's how I know my day's begun. At night I lay me down to weep, 'cause that arthritis won't let me sleep. You know it hurts to go on. I listen to that fella sigh. He's watching everybody get a goodbye. They're selling everything he owns. I paid off his wife that's walking out of his life. He says it hurts to go on. Let me take my life straight, though I might be in for another day. I don't need false hope to face the dawn. My best deed or my worst vice, well, every action has a price. You know it hurts to go on. I listen to that woman cry. She's watching her husband die. ALS gonna take him home. And then she worries about the daily drink that she takes to find the strength to face the hurt and go on. Well, I can take my life straight, though I might be in for an ugly day. I don't need false hope to face the dawn. Never thought of life as a prize, but every action has a price. You know it hurts to go on. You know it hurts to go on. You know it hurts to go on. Thank you. We really appreciate everybody coming out. It's been great. Thank y'all. Thank you. Does this mean I get to do an encore?
Yeah!
tell you what, I will do my New Year's Eve song. Or I will do my New Year's song. This is actually a cover. It's by Dawes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's entitled, May All Your Favorite Bands Stay Together. This just seems like the perfect New Year's blessing, you know, so here we go. Incidentally, there's a really great piece of video of this available, so go home and find it. That's an order.
You heard the man.
A late night rise and hot french fries, grins around the country, town to good old Santa Fe. When I think of you, you still have on that hat that says let's party. I hope that thing is never thrown away. I hope that life without a chaperone is what you thought it'd be. Hope your brother's El Camino runs forever. I hope the world sees the same person you've always been to me. And may all your favorite bands stay together. I'm just waking up and I'm not thinking clearly, so don't quote me. With one eye open, I'm writing you this song. Ain't it funny how some people slip into our minds so easily? I haven't seen you in there for so long. I hope that life without a chaperone is what you thought it'd be. Hope your brother's El Camino runs forever. I hope the world sees the same person you've always been to me. And may all your favorite bands stay together. I hope that life without a chaperone is what you thought it'd be. Hope your brother's El Camino runs forever. I hope the world sees the same person you've always been to me. And may all your favorite bands stay together. And may all your favorite bands stay together. Thank you. Appreciate it.